Roses are garden royalty, but even royalty need a supporting cast. Without companion plants, rose bushes often look top-heavy, full of beautiful blooms at the top, but bare woody stems at the base. But what if I told you that with the right plant combinations, you could naturally reduce pests, extend your blooming season, improve your soil health, and completely transform how your rose garden looks, all at the same time? And the secret isn't just more fertilizer, it's companion planting. When you plant them with the right companion, something interesting happens. You create a small ecosystem instead of a single plant. That means aromatic herbs and flowers can naturally deter pests, reducing pressure from aphids and other common rose problems. It also means different plants take turns blooming, extending the visual season of your garden in between rose flushes. And below the soil, companion plants help improve structure, moisture balance, and nutrient cycling, basically creating healthier soil over time instead of depleting soil. So instead of thinking as roses as a standalone star, think of it as a living design system. So let's go through the best companions that you can use. Starting in at number 20 is thyme. Thyme is one of the most useful living mulches you can plant under roses. It forms a dense, low carpet that suppresses weeds, which reduces competition for water and nutrient in the rose root zone. Its aromatic oils are also believed to help confuse and deter common soft-bodied pests like aphids. On top of that, it helps keep soil covered, which improves moisture retention and reduces temperature stress around the rose roots in hot weather. Aesthetically, it creates a soft, flowing green carpet that spills between rose stems, making the base of the plant look intentional and finished instead of bare soil. And at 19, boxwood. While not a flowering companion, boxwood plays an environmental and structural role. By framing rose beds with a clipped hedge, it reduces wind exposure at ground level, which helps minimize stress and water loss in roses. It also helps stabilize microclimates around the planting area, which can support more consistent rose growth. Visually, it's one of the most powerful design tools in a garden layout, creating clean edges and formal frame that makes roses look more luxurious and elevated. At number 18, foxglove. Foxgloves attract pollinators like bees, which indirectly affect the roses for biodiversity in the area. More pollinators in the garden means better ecosystem balance, which helps reduce pest outbreaks over time. Aesthetically, they add dramatic vertical spikes that break up the rounded shape of rose bushes, creating that classic layered cottage garden look. At 17, parsley. Parsley is a surprisingly powerful companion plant. It attracts beneficial insects like hoverflies and parasitic wasps, which are natural predators of aphids. It creates a biological pest control system right inside your rose bed. Visually, it's bright green, finely textured foliage, fills gaps under roses, and adds freshness and softness at ground level. At number 16 is erigeron. Erigeron acts as living ground cover that protects the soil around the roses. By covering bare soil, it reduces water evaporation and helps maintain more stable moisture levels for rose roots. It also supports beneficial insects with its long flowering period, improving pest control balance in the garden. Aesthetically, it creates a delicate cascade of small daisy-like flowers that soften hard edges and make rose beds feel more natural and fluid. At 15, we have marigolds. Marigolds are one of the most researched plants for soil health. Their root system releases compounds that suppress harmful nematodes in the soil. It is especially important for roses since root health directly affects bloom production and overall vigor. Visually, they bring warm, continuous color at the base of the plant, creating contrast against green foliage and rose blooms. And number 14 is panstemon. Panstemon supports pollinator activity throughout the garden, making your biodiversity around your roses more stable. Its long blooming period helps maintain consistent insect activity, which prevents pest populations from becoming dominant. Aesthetically, it adds light, airy flower spikes that contrast beautifully with the dense, full shape of rose blooms. Coming in at number 13, lupins. Lupins are nitrogen-fixing plants, which means they help improve the soil fertility naturally. They work in partnership with soil bacteria to convert nitrogen into usable form that nearby plants, including roses, can benefit from. Visually, their tall spires add strong architectural structure and early season drama before roses reach their peak bloom. And at number 12, alliums. Alliums are one of the strongest pest deterrent companion plants. Their sulfur compounds help repel aphids, thrips, and even some rodents. At the same time, their deep bulb roots help break up compacted soil, improving drainage around roses, which is critical for preventing root rot. Aesthetically, they create striking spherical flower heads that float above roses like sculptural accents. At number 11, we have Campanula. It supports soil coverage and moisture retention around the bases of the rose. Its spreading habit helps reduce exposed soil, which stabilizes soil temperature and reduces stress on rose roots. It also attracts pollinators, contributing to a healthier garden ecosystem overall. Aesthetically, its soft bell-shaped flowers spill gently around roses, adding romance and movement at ground level. And before we move into the top 10, if you're enjoying these companion planting videos, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button where we produce new content every week right here on our channel. And rounding down to the top 10, number 10 is Delphinium. Delphiniums create strong vertical biodiversity, which helps increase the beneficial insect presence in the garden. They also improve airflow patterns in mixed beds, reducing stagnant air that can encourage fungal disease in roses. Their deep root systems help improve soil structure over time, especially in heavier soils. And at number 9, Phlox. Phlox is valuable for extending nectar availability throughout the season. This keeps pollinators active in rose beds for longer periods, supporting overall garden balance. It creates dense flower clusters that weave through rose plantings and fill visual gaps with color. At number 8, Dianthus. Dianthus forms a dense ground layer that helps prevent soil erosion and moisture loss. It also helps reduce weed competition at the base of roses. Aesthetically, it forms a neat, low carpet of foliage topped with delicate, scented blooms that frame rose beds beautifully. Coming in at number 7, Artemisia. It is a powerful pest deterrent due to its intense aromatic oils. It helps repel browsing insects and creates a scent barrier effect around roses. It also improves soil surface stability by acting as a light ground cover in mixed beds. Its silver foliage acts as a natural backdrop that makes roses' colors look richer and more vibrant. And at number 6 is Lady's Mantle. Lady's Mantle helps protect the soil moisture by shading it around the rose. It also supports beneficial insect activity with its long flowering period. Aesthetically, its soft chartreuse flowers and scalloped leaves catch light and dew, adding a glowing romantic layer beneath roses. And if you're planning your own rose garden this season and want to know some great combinations, be sure to check out our website or visit us in store for great inspiration. We've got a full selection of roses, perennials, and companion plants if you're looking to design that kind of layered rose garden that we've been talking about today. And we're getting into the top 5, and the number 5 is that legendary romantic cherry, the clematis. Clematis increases the vertical plant diversity, which increases airflow and reduces diseases that you can find typically in the climbing roses. When grown together, they also help create layered flowering cycles, which supports pollinator populations throughout the season. Visually, it creates a layered floral tapestry when woven through roses, combining different flower shapes and bloom times on the same structure. And at number 4 is the hardy geranium. This is one of the best soil covering companions for roses. It reduces weed competition, protects soil moisture, and stabilizes temperature fluctuations. Aesthetically, it forms a continuous flow of soft flowers that weave between rose stems to hide their bare lower structure. And in third place, sage. Sage is a strong aromatic herb that helps deter pests through its volatile oils. It also attracts pollinators while discouraging some herbivorous insects from feeding nearby. Its deep roots improve soil structure and help with drought resilience in mixed plantings. Its textured gray-green leaves and soft purple flowers add contrast and depth beside rose blooms. And our runner-up at number 2 is catmint. Catmint is one of the best pest management companion plant for roses. Its strong scent helps deter aphids and other soft-bodied insects, while attracting beneficial pollinators like bees. It also improves soil coverage, reducing evaporation and keeping root zones more stable during heat. It creates a soft, flowing haze of purple flowers that blends naturally through rose plantings. And the number 1 companion plant for roses? Lavender. Lavender is a complete companion plant. It provides soil protection, ecosystem support, and pest management all in one. Its aromatic oils help confuse and deter common rose pests. Its deep, drought-tolerant roots help stabilize soil and reduce water stress. And its consistent pollinator attraction keeps the entire rose bed biologically active and balanced. Aesthetically, it delivers that timeless romantic combination: soft silver foliage and purple blooms that perfectly frame and elevate rose flowers. This is why lavender and roses don't just look good together, they actually function better together. The beauty of companion planting is that you're not just growing roses, you're growing an ecosystem. A garden that protects itself, supports itself, and looks better over time. If you enjoyed this guide, be sure to hit that subscribe button, where we produce videos like this every week. And now we want to hear from you. Which of these combination plants are you trying out in your rose garden this year, and which ones are very successful already? Let us know in the comments below.